In this particular video, we're going to be looking at Clause 5, which is leadership and worker participation. And in this particular clause, we're going to be looking at Clause 5.1, which is leadership and commitment. Now, the one key idea for us to understand with Clause 5 is, as you can see here from the Plan, Do, Check, Act diagram, as it relates to the various different clauses, Clause 5 is absolutely pivotal. Without leadership, your SHEQ management system isn't going out anywhere, and particularly without leadership commitment. So as you can see here, leadership, worker participation and consultation drives the planning arrangements in Clause 6. It drives support and operations in Clause 8. Leadership drives performance evaluation, and leadership drives improvement. So in this particular clause of Clause 5, we're going to be having a look at Clause 5.1, which is entitled Leadership and Commitment. And the particular focus here in Clause 5.1 is top management. Now, these are the following requirements that top management has to deliver on. Top management has to be accountable for the SHEQ management system. Top management will need to direct, create, determine, establish SHEQ policies and objectives. They will have to ensure that SHEQ becomes part of the business processes. Top management will need to ensure that risk-based thinking is entrenched into the organization. Top management will need to ensure that suitable resources are available. Now, when we talk resources, we're talking about people, we're talking about equipment, we're talking about finances, because you're never going to be able to achieve the intended outcome of the management system without suitable resources. Top management will need to communicate the importance of SHEQ to the rest of the business. Top management will need to ensure that the system achieves its intended outcome. Now, some of the intended outcomes is to eliminate hazards, reduce risk, prevent injury and ill health, prevent pollution and environmental degradation, ensure that we have products and services that are meeting requirements. So those are just some of the intended outcomes that top management need to ensure that we achieve. Top management need to direct the team towards SHEQ performance. Top management will need to ensure and drive continual improvement. Now, we have to understand the difference between continuous improvement, which you can't do within a system, and continual improvement, which is staggered with interruptions. Top management will have to ensure an effective SHEQ culture. Now, this is a very interesting point. In ISO 45001-2018, it's one of the first standards that we've seen that says the top management needs to ensure an effective culture, because we all know that culture eats strategy for breakfast. You could have the best SHEQ system in the whole world, but if you have a poor prevailing SHEQ culture in your organization, your SHEQ system is going to be challenged in terms of achieving the intended outcome. So I really celebrate this particular point where top management has to ensure an effective culture within the organization. Top management also has to ensure effective consultation and participation of the workforce. So that's just an overview of Clause 5.1, top management, leadership and commitment, as it applies to Clause 5, which drives and directs the rest of the clauses. We trust that you enjoyed this video.